President, I would like to speak about the DeMint amendment and make sure that all of my colleagues are clear on what is about to happen. The majority leader has said that at 12 o'clock today that he is going to make a motion to table or to kill the DeMint amendment to the 9/11 bill. This would be a large mistake for this body to kill this amendment because it enables our airport security personnel to keep Americans safer. One of the biggest threats we have now as a nation is that we're beginning to forget 9/11, what happened, and what could happen. We're forgetting that we're under a constant threat, that we live under alerts every day. It's not a matter of saying one day is an emergency and one day is not. It's not a matter of saying one passenger is an imminent threat, but the other one might not be. Our Transportation Security Agency is charged with making sure that we screen every passenger, every bag, and that we have an alert system based on intelligence, other information that allows them to move towards possible threats. Unfortunately, we've heard members of this Senate body saying that the war on terror is not an emergency, that Al-Qaeda is not a new imminent threat, when we know that every day Al-Qaeda may have a new plan to attack Americans at different points. When the Homeland Security Agency was formed, we had a debate about whether or not the transportation security agencies, the officers working for them, the screeners, should have collective bargaining. It was agreed at the time, because of the need for flexibility and constant change, that screeners would have the freedom to join a union, and a number of workers' rights and protections were put in place, but that they would not have collective bargaining arrangements as some of our other agencies do. And Mr. President, I would like to just point out, we've heard some in these chambers use border security as an example of collective bargaining working. This is just one example of a collective bargaining agreement for our Customs Service. We cannot make a case that our border security has worked well. We have over 12 million illegals in this country that testify that it's not. And our customs system is becoming well known as being one of the slowest in the world. Collective bargaining will not work for our airports. I'm afraid, again, we're beginning to forget that we are in an emergency situation. The 9/11 Commission did not recommend we change current airport security. My amendment is designed to keep current law the same. The majority leader will ask these chambers to kill that bill, which would mean that we would lose the 9/11 security bill that we've all worked on. I would like to ask consent that several items be made part of the record. First is a letter from the Assistant Secretary of Homeland Security, Kip Hawley, who tells us that if collective bargaining is implemented with the Transportation Security Agency, that it will significantly reduce their ability to keep our country safe. I would like to submit that for the record. I would also like to submit for the record a letter with over 36 senators signing it, saying they will sustain the President's veto of the 9/11 bill if it hampers our security by injecting collective bargaining into the process. I've also received a letter from the House of Representatives with 146 signatures saying they will sustain the veto. Mr. President, a vote to kill the DeMint amendment is a vote to kill the 9/11 bill that we've all worked on. Let there be no question about it. The vote should be no. There's no reason to change the operation of the Transportation Security Agency and to inject third-party negotiations, particularly when it involves sensitive information. So let us be clear. The motion to table my amendment is a motion to make our airports less secure, and I urge my colleagues to vote no on the motion to table. And Mr. President, I see our minority leader is here, and I would like to yield to him for comments at this time.
Is there objection to the several consent requests?